Hi everyone and welcome to this reading. So this reading I'm going to do a really in-depth kind of like twin flame check-in. So we're going to look at where the divine masculines, the divine feminines are up to, any kind of like current energies in the 3D, in the 5D. We're going to get some guidance as well for both. So we're just going to get all the details really about what is currently going on and get some future predictions as well for what we can expect over the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot for the Divine Feminines. We're going to use the Rider-Waite for the Divine Masculines. So let us start with the Divine Feminine's headspace and then we'll look into the Divine Masculines and we'll do it that way. So let's see, the Divine Feminine headspace at the moment. We've got the Queen of Cups. So the Divine Feminines are starting to, you know, feel more positive about themselves, you know, see themselves through the eyes of love. The Divine Feminines are really stepping into this place of kind of confidence and power. She's thinking about all the love she has to offer basically. So if you're a Divine Feminine watching this, then it's most likely that you feel the same way, where you feel like you've got all this love to offer and you're kind of waiting for your Divine Masculine to be receptive of it. You're waiting for your Divine Masculine to really accept your love. So let us see what the Divine Masculines are thinking about. I'm already being shown mirrors, so I do feel like there's going to be some mirroring cards which come out throughout this reading. So let's have a look. Divine Masculine's headspace. We have the Page of Swords. So the Divine Masculines are thinking about how they can cut cords to the past, how they can start to move forwards towards the Divine Feminine. They're thinking about ways of communicating, not necessarily in the 3D. Maybe they're receiving a lot of 5D communication, because I really do feel that there is a lot of messages getting through to both Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines from each other, but not necessarily 3D communication. It feels here like this Divine Masculine is thinking about ways that he can grow up, ways that he can mature and be enough for his Divine Feminine. I don't know, it might be a younger air sign and you might be a water sign, doesn't have to be. But the Divine Masculine, we've got the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. So he really is thinking about ways he can move away from the past and mature enough to be able to have this long-term commitment. Meanwhile, the Divine Feminine is, you know, thinking about all the love she has to offer, and she's kind of manifesting her Divine Masculine back in her life just by kind of keeping her thoughts positive, by staying high vibed. Let us look into the Divine Feminine heart space. So let's see what is the Divine Feminine heart space this week. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like the Divine Feminine's heart space this week is very much about closing out cycles, learning new things. You know, she's starting to feel this reignited passion for her studies, reignited passion for her career. So if you're the Divine Feminine in this connection, then, you know, you're starting to feel a lot more enthusiasm and energy for like your material life. You're bringing yourself back down to earth. You're starting to, you know, expand your knowledge, expand your learning, maybe even like going about some new opportunities. Maybe you've had some new opportunities being presented to you which you're really excited about. But we've got the World here, so you've definitely completed a huge cycle of healing around your heart. So maybe that longing for your Divine Masculine has kind of faded away and it's being replaced by this burning desire to make a difference in the world around you. I really do feel like this is about the Divine Feminine's feeling her life purpose, feeling that path unfolded in front of her and being ready to really explore that, being ready to kind of push forwards with her career, maybe establishing new businesses, going for promotions at work, or just like making those changes to her material world which she feels like she needs to make. So let's have a look at the Divine Masculine's heart space. That was quick. Oh my god, guys, we've got the Four of Wands. So in the Divine Masculine's heart space, he is just feeling all the love for his twin flame, all the love for his Divine Feminine. He's wanting to settle down, he's wanting to make home, he's wanting to, like, I'm getting roots growing really deep. So this Divine Masculine really wants to ground this connection in the 3D. He's thinking of ways to bring it back down to earth. to bring something to fruition here. The Four of Wands is also a card of marriage, and look, we've got the Three of Cups here on the bottom, another card of marriage and celebrations, announcements. So the Divine Masculines in their heart space, my God, they are thinking about marriage. They're thinking about having that long-term commitment and what it would be like to settle down with their Divine Feminine, what marriage looks like, what having children, having a family, having a home with their Divine Feminine looks like. This is all the stuff the Divine Masculine is kind of feeling within his soul. He's starting to fantasize about what that future would look like, and he's just thinking about ways to get there. So let us look at the Divine Feminine energy towards her Divine Masculine. So let's see, what is the Divine Feminine's energy towards her Divine Masculine? We have the Nine of Wands, so the Divine Feminines here are feeling a tad defensive, which is completely understandable. I feel like for some of you, the Divine Feminines here, you want this Ten of Cups, you want to settle down, you want to be happy, but maybe there's a little bit of confusion here. Some of you might have multiple options because the Two of Pentacles did slide out as I put the deck down. So some of you might be feeling a little bit defensive because maybe you've got options, or maybe you're just being defensive with your twin flame because you've got this eternal connection, but you're so confused about what your Divine Masculine wants. You're confused about, you know, is he juggling options? Remember guys, I use he and she just to describe the energy, not the gender. Gender doesn't matter. So yeah, the Divine Feminine here is looking at her Divine Masculine and being like, well, are you juggling me as an option? You know, what options do you have? There is definitely a lack of communication because there's a lack of understanding about what the Divine Masculine is doing, which is why the Divine Feminine feeling so defensive and guarded at the moment. So her energy towards her Divine Masculine, it really is like guards up, like I'm not letting you in. There's a lot of protection around her, like she's putting this wall of protection up. So let's see how the Divine Masculine's energy towards his Divine Feminine. These three flew out, so I'm going to have to take all three. We have the Eight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Divine Masculines are still kind of spending time isolating, still spending time on their own because they're closing out some karmic cycles here. So the Divine Masculine is really busy trying to close out these karmic cycles, trying to get things moving in his life again. And this is because he wants to create a change in this connection. But he knows that he has to do some soul searching. He has to find something which is missing within himself before he can offer that commitment. The Divine Masculine here was recently feeling very cold towards his Divine Feminine. Even like if you were in communication, it was very cold communication. It was not very open, honest and loving. So the Divine Masculine here, what I'm getting is that coldness, the ice is starting to melt. He is feeling a lot more love for his Divine Feminine. He's not feeling the same kind of like barriers that the Divine Feminine is feeling. That was him in the past, but it really feels like the full moon that we've had recently has created a change within that connection. It's created a change within the Divine Masculine. So this full moon, it's kind of like triggered so much around like self-reflection, being honest with themselves and, you know, noticing what it is that they need to change. So I want to get some guidance for the Divine Feminine. I am getting you need to surrender defensiveness, Divine Feminines. Stay centered and be prepared to hear your Divine Masculine out. The guidance here with this Three of Wands, it is like if you want to move forwards within this connection, then you do need to let your guard down a little bit, and you also need to kind of continue to explore the opportunities which are being presented to you. So if this is your Divine Masculine coming in with an opportunity, hear them out and see what they have to say. If this is a career opportunity coming your way, then definitely explore it, because the opportunities you're having over the next couple of weeks are really, really wonderful. These are definitely going to get you moving in the right direction. And I feel like there's some wonderful things coming to fruition in your life, like things that you've been trying to manifest. So Divine Feminines, if you've been busy thinking about what your intentions are, but I do see a lot of those coming to fruition really soon. Now the guidance for the Divine Masculine. We've got the Devil, the Knight of Pentacles. So the Divine Masculines are really being guided to break free of any mental entrapment, any negative attachments as well towards karmic partners. The Divine Masculines are being guided to start making some slow steps forward. The main guidance here, if you're a Divine Masculine watching this, is to start to move forwards. It's to start to break free of whatever is holding you back. Really be honest with yourself about what it is that is holding you back. And when you're ready, Ace of Swords on the bottom, communicate. When you're ready, speak up. You know, Divine Feminines, you've got the World on the bottom. So this really is about you maybe just focusing on your learning, focusing on your studies, and letting your Divine Masculine come to you. Here he is, kind of peering behind these bushes. So being receptive to your Divine Masculine when he does return, let those barriers down, and Divine Masculines are being guided to actually start making some slow progress back towards their Divine Feminine. So let us see what the next step is from the Divine Feminines. So next step from the Divine Feminines. Interesting, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, so that came out for the Divine Masculines as well, and we've got the Five of Cups. So the next step for the Divine Feminines is to shift her vibration. It's to focus on this beautiful connection you share with your twin, rather than focusing so much on the 3D connection, because that can be incredibly draining and upsetting if you're not seeing the kind of relationship you want. But at the end of the day, you know, this is the kind of connection which you're always with this person, you're never separate from them. And the Knight of Swords on the bottom with the Seven of Pentacles underneath is saying, look, be patient. This person might have left, but they're coming back in. They always will. This connection is like a yo-yo. That's what I'm getting. It's like sometimes they're in your life, sometimes they're not in your life. And it's about learning to be comfortable with those periods where they're not in your life. Because at the end of the day, with this Knight of Pentacles, your Divine Masculine is finding his way slowly back towards you, but he's got to do his lessons first. He's got to heal and he's got to grow. So let's see, what is the Divine Masculine's actual next step towards their Divine Feminine? Three of Swords. So this is about ending karmic situations, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So the Divine Masculine's next step is to break away from karmic situations. It's to heal their heart as well. The Divine Masculines here have some major disappointments and heartbreak as well, but it's just that they don't speak about it in the same way the Divine Feminines do. Maybe the Divine Masculine here has never told you how much pain he really is in, or how much this separation actually does hurt. But there's going to be, because we've got the Tower on the bottom, there's going to be some kind of sudden revelation here where this outburst of love kind of happens within this connection, and the Divine Masculine just heals more of his heart, and he's ready to offer love again. He's ready to kind of open up to love. So we'll just have to see what happens there, but it does feel like the next step is a really, really positive step. It's a, you know, a step in the right direction. Divine Feminines, this is about raising your vibes, focusing more on the beautiful connection you share, rather than the separation. And for Divine Masculines, it's to get out of any karmic situations and to kind of come back in with this offer of love. We're going to get some messages now from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. I'm ignoring other people. So yeah, the Divine Masculine here is saying, look, I am actually not speaking to other people. I am getting out of karmic situations. Will you wait for me? And we'll get one more. I'm at a crossroads. I am choosing which path to take, and this one fell out as well, so I'm going to take it. I know that you're the one I want to spend my life with. So that is how the Divine Masculine feels here. Meanwhile, for the Divine Feminine, let's see what the Divine Feminine has to say to her Divine Masculine. I'm ready for a fresh start with you. I do listen to what you say, and I try and find a solution within myself. And we have, you're too good for me, I don't deserve you. So maybe the Divine Feminines are battling some confidence issues at the moment. So this is why you're being guided to focus on yourself, focus on your opportunities, and realise that actually you do deserve love. You do deserve this connection in the 3D. You know, this is not just a 5D connection, although at times it might feel that way. So it's about, you know, trusting the beautiful 5D connection you have, but knowing that you do deserve a relationship as well. Divine masculines here are definitely spending time in hermit mode. You know, they're not speaking to other people, asking the divine feminine, will you wait for me? Will you wait for me to finish my, you know, reflection time and come back to you? And they are at this crossroads here where they're choosing, you know, what is their next step? What is the path which is unfolding for them? So divine feminines are definitely ready for some kind of fresh start, and I feel like they're trying to find solutions within themselves as well. There's a lot of honesty in this kind of connection right now. Like, it seems like the divine feminine's being honest about where she's got work to do and, you know, healing and growth, and the divine masculine seems to be very honest with himself about what he wants. You know, after a long time of closing his heart, he does seem to know here what it is he actually wants to happen. Okay, we're just going to get some energy between you both. So let's see, what is the mutual energy in the twin flame connections? Inner child. So yeah, there's a lot of healing around inner child wounds, a lot of improving like self-confidence, improving self-esteem here. You're both projecting some inner child wounds onto each other, maybe you have in the past. Yeah, as you've been avoiding this connection, it's been because of a disconnect to your inner child. The divine masculine here is definitely starting to reconnect with their inner child, because they're actually acknowledging, you know, what it is they truly want. We do have silence, so it does feel like right now the two of you are kind of maybe like spending some time apart, maybe spending some time not in communication at all, or just communicating sporadically, and this is because there's a lot of healing and growth going on within you both individually. So both of you seem to just be spending some time doing your work, so that you can have this beautiful transformation. So both of you are spending some time, like I said, maybe in complete silence or just occasional silence, but it's because you're both going through this transformation. And Spirit's reminding you here, look, there is a strategy, there is a plan, there is a divine plan for this connection. So please stop worrying about whether your person is loyal to you, because that seems to be a big question here. I am hearing like unfaithful by Rihanna, so it's like this person, or you might be wondering, is this person loyal to me? You know, is this person trustworthy? Are they faithful? And Spirit's saying, stop worrying about what's going on in the 3D. You keep trusting this connection, feeling this connection, and focusing on yourself, because there is a plan here. There is a strategy and things are transforming. I do feel like there is going to be some kind of communication, but we'll have to see, because right now it's definitely not the right time. I'm going to do these check-ins every week as well, guys. We're going to do a weekly twin flame in-depth check-in, so hopefully that will help. Yeah, look, these 3 cards just flew out. Time to speak up, growth and harmony, overworked, stressed. So between you both, it's definitely nearly time to communicate. I feel like once there's this completed cycle of growth within you both individually, which this full moon has triggered, there seems to be like a fresh start around communicating. It feels like both of you are feeling this real pull towards speaking up and speaking your truth. It just feels like right now there's a lot of stress within both of your lives. There's a lot of work stress going on. So, you know, try to manage your work. Try to kind of, I don't know, manage yourself so that you feel a lot calmer, so that you feel more peaceful. And just know that, you know, there is harmony coming to this connection. There is going to be this fresh start. Sunflowers is going to be a sign that this person is going to reach out to you. So look out for sunflowers, because that's your confirmation that yes, some kind of communication is coming from this person. But I really feel like it's just going to be, it's going to be soon, but it's going to be not yet for many of you. Or if you are in communication, then that's not going to develop much until we have the divine masculine here closing out some more karmic cycles and lessons, and the divine feminine here letting her guard down. So make sure you are working on dropping those barriers, keeping your heart open to your counterpart, and just being receptive. Like I said before, divine masculines are feeling in their heart so much love for their twin flame. Remember, we had the 3 of cups, the 4 of wands. So the divine masculines are in no doubt about how they feel towards their divine feminine. That love is real, that love is pure. So they are going to make a move. I do keep getting 8 weeks, so let's see what happens. Like I said, I'm going to do these every week, so we're going to do a check-in every week, but 8 weeks is coming through to me, so make a note in your diaries, guys, and let's see what happens. Let me just get some tea leaf cards. So let's get a couple of tea leaf cards just to see anything else we need to know about this twin flame connection. Heart, great happiness. So yeah, it does feel like, you know, Spirit's saying, look, there is going to be a shift. You're going to be playing beautiful music with this person quite soon. We've got the cane here, so pay attention to your health. So yeah, this is about keeping the focus on you and noticing those areas in your life where you're not fully satisfied. Any areas in your life that you want to make changes to. If you do feel dissatisfied or unhappy, then, you know, start to make those changes. Let me put these away. Some of you really are battling some work stress as well, or having issues with a colleague, so maybe try to work through that, because that seems to be bringing a lot of stress towards your life. You'll know if that resonates with you or not. Don't worry if it doesn't. The Divine Masculines here are definitely feeling like they are in the frying pan. They're feeling quite stressed right now. I feel like both of you are kind of battling some health issues. Both of you are kind of fighting to stay high vibed here. The Divine Masculine here, who seems to have crossed the bridge, you know, to explore other things in their life, to evolve, it's like they feel that that bridge is broken now, so they're trying to find their way back towards their Divine Feminine. They're not quite sure how to get back to her. That seems to be the issue. I am being given Lost Boy, you know, like Peter Pan. It's like they found themselves on the other side and they're not quite sure how to get back home. So we'll have to see what else comes through, like next week and stuff. But yeah, you know, the Divine Masculine here is definitely wanting to find his way back to his Divine Feminine, wanting to start to settle down and make that commitment again. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that in-depth reading. I'm going to do another one next week, so I'm going to do this on Tuesdays. I'm going to make it a regular thing, either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Send you all so much love and light.